Alright, greetings everyone, Evertech Production again once more. Alright, so today we're going to work on IB actions. Alright, so I'm working on this app called JA Rentals. So shortly you will see it coming out on the App Store and later on the Play Store. Alright, so working on the App Store version for now. That's for iOS. Swift, as you know. Alright, so you can rent houses, cars, as you name it, you will see it. Alright, so the button that we want to add an IB action to is around here. Alright, so let me find it. It's in the description field. So what we essentially want to do is save when we had a description. Alright, so when we had a description here, you want to essentially hit the save button and the text will be saved, and we will pop this view controller. Alright, so we want to pop the view controller and go back to this screen. Alright, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. Alright, so see how fast we can do this, get straight to the point, because I know you programmers have no time to waste. Alright, so I want to go to main.storyboard and I want to find that view controller, which is this one here with that single button. Alright, so adding an IB action is fairly simple. Alright, so we can toggle off this so we get more real estate on the screen. Alright, let me toggle it off. Alright, nice. So now click on this little bar here. You will see it says assistant. Choose assistant. Alright, and it should pop up with your view controller here with the required view controller. Alright, so if I change this view controller, you should see the assistant view being updated to the current view controller. Alright, so this one is the description view controller. Alright, so in order to do this now, you can just click on this button, hold down on Control on your Mac. Alright, and click and drag. Alright, so I want to drag it anywhere below the view did load. Alright, doesn't necessarily have to be there, but that's the way I like to structure my code. Alright, so I want to ensure that it's action here, and you name the button. Alright, so this one will be called save. You want to go with the regular naming convention, camel case. So save button. Alright, and you want to change the type. You don't want to leave it to any, you want to change it to UI button. Alright, so this can help you, make things more easier for you in terms of coding. Alright, and everything remains the same, event touch up inside and sender. Alright, so you want to click on connect at this moment, and then you should see your IB action populated here. So I can just close this assistant view as I normally would, because I'm currently working from a MacBook Pro, so my screen real estate is kind of small. So going back to the activity, I should see it here now. Alright, and once you see this little dot in it, it will tell you that this IB action is actually connected. Alright, so this is the code I want to put there. So in order for me to, I don't type so fast, so I'll copy it over here. Alright, being lazy. Alright, so copying it and uncomment it. Alright, and if it's like that, you can press Shift and Tab to get it back in the proper indentation. Alright, so essentially what I'm doing here is creating a user default, right, a shared preference in Android, but it's user default in Swift. Alright, so essentially what I'm doing here is creating this as a local variable. I don't need it as a global variable because I'll be only using it in the save button. Also, I'll be setting this to an array. Alright, so this is an array somewhere, but it is known as a string here, but setting it as an array. Alright, also extracting the position and setting it also to another array on the table. So essentially I'm saving it, getting the text from the text view, which is this IB outlet here, and then essentially go ahead and pop the navigation controller back to the previous one in the stack. Alright, so let us run this now and see if it works as desired. Alright, so it should come up at any time soon. Alright, so machine is it's getting a bit slow. Probably I need to upgrade my solid state, but be patient with me here as this runs. Alright, if it takes too long, I'll probably cut it out and edit the video. Alright, so it's coming up, so I don't have to do that. Alright. Great. Nice. So going back to where we were. Description. And if I say this car is great. Alright, and it's save, it should pop and save what I just did. Alright, so it didn't work. Let's check why. It says we have experienced an optional nil. Yeah, I get why. I didn't assign it from the previous controller. Alright, so let me stop that. Alright, so if I go back to the upload controller, alright, and set the spec position in 2, so I should say to description controller dot specs position name, and if I say index path, because I'm doing this from table view, so index path that row, and then I want the description. Alright, so just so let this conform to a string rather than an integer. I experienced some problem using integer, that's why I went ahead to use it this way. Alright, so if I should run it again, it should work at this point. Alright, so the machine doesn't generally move this slow. I think it's because I'm recording at this point why it is kind of acting up. However, I should be getting in a new iMac shortly, so hopefully, well, not hopefully, my video quality should be better, you know, speed and so on should be up there. Alright, so getting a new iMac shortly. I'm so excited, waiting on it to, you know, just arrive. Alright, so going back to the description, this car is in great condition. Alright, so if I hit save, nice. Alright, so you can see it populating in the description aspect of, you know, the table view. So it's generally the same. So I can go ahead and, you know, continue. Right, so it's generally this. It's giving you a brief tour of the app, so you can upload a car or whatever you're trying to post, and it will ask you for the model, the make, and so on and so forth. Alright, so that's generally it. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Don't forget, subscribe, alright, to the channel. Thank you again for watching.